Hello everyone, my name is Giselle and today I'm gonna do a little mini Morphe haul with some Jeffree Star stuff. So if you're interested, just keep on watching. So this is the new brush that I picked up. It is the Morphe 519 and it's a little domed out. And yeah, I expect it to get frayed after the first wash because I don't know if it's gonna stay like this, but who knows? So I actually did pick up some Jeffree Star concealers and I got C5 and I wanted to keep this in the packaging so you guys can see it. Well, actually I put it back in the packaging, I'm not gonna lie. And I thought I could take it out like this, but it has something at the bottom that doesn't like let it fall. So I guess that's great. So what I did was I opened it from the bottom. It's like stuck like that because it has a fat bottom, but it doesn't come out like that either. I don't know if packaging means a lot to you, but from what I heard, there was a lot of people that like their package, like the star arrived broken or something. So I think that's kind of cool. Maybe that helps. Maybe that didn't. Maybe people still had the same packaging and it still broke. Anyways, that's the point. Only C7 is actually missing a sticker at the bottom. And I realized that yesterday when I was trying to put it on. And I was like, how am I supposed to tell that which color is which? I mean, obviously the peach, whatever. But C5 and C7, I was like, how am I supposed to tell the difference? And then I realized that they actually do have stickers. I'm just assuming that this one didn't have a sticker because of the whole warehouse situation where his warehouse was like ransacked or stolen or whatever the case is. Anyways, moving on. C7 is more my shade and C5 is actually a little bit too bright for me. I thought it was going to be a eye brightener, but it's actually a little too light. So whatever. I'll use Peach, the under eye corrector on this side with C5 and then C5 all on its own. And at first I thought it came out through the pink, but it actually comes out through the gold. And this is how the doe foot looks. Pretty nice. That much I think should be enough. I also picked up his sponges from Morphe. They should be pretty much the same as the red one, the original one, just that they're pink and now they have like little concealer ones. So I'm going to use one of their little mini ones. So for comparison with the Beauty Blender, this is how tiny the Beauty Blender is, not wet. And this is how tiny the one from Jeffree Star is, not wet. And then this is it wet and this is it dry. So this does cover a lot more than the Beauty Blender does when wet, because the Beauty Blender when wet is basically this size, maybe a little smaller. So this is it blended out. It actually looks pretty good. And I'm going to use C5 underneath. Yeah, I'm just going to put that much. And I'll use the other side of the blender. So this is how C5 looks with the under eye corrector. I feel like it does brighten up my under eyes. I'm going to continue on and put some on this side. And I am putting a lot more on this side because I don't have the under eye corrector, so I assume it would be different. This is the moment that I realized that I put way too much concealer. I should have definitely put as much concealer as the other side. That's my bad. Okay, so this is C5 on its own. I definitely put way too much, and I guess the peach under eye corrector does kind of darken it up because it just looks too white for my liking. Maybe on camera it doesn't look terrible, but I personally do not like it to be that bright. Like, this is not even brightening. This just looks kind of pasty on me, to be honest. So anyways, I'm going to remove this and then we're going to try C7. I'm going to do, again, peach on this side and then consider C7 on both. Using the other sponge. Alrighty, so peach is on, and I'm gonna use C7 now. Using the other side of the sponge. So this is how C7 looks, and it looks a lot more like my color. So I'm gonna just do this side. That should probably be enough. Okay, so that is C7 on both sides. I think it looks really good. I'm just gonna set it and continue. Going in with my sponge to blend out any creasing, and then just putting setting powder underneath my eyes. So I do have a pimple here. I don't normally break out, so I don't know how to cover up pimples like that. So I'm gonna just take some off my brush and put some on the pimple or bump. It's kind of red. Put some like that. I'm gonna blend it out with my sponge. I mean, I guess I could blend it out with my finger. I just don't want to. And I'm doing it lightly because it kind of hurts. Well, my pimple. And that kind of did the trick. And I'm gonna put C7 over it. Not that you can really hide a bump, but I can hide the redness, right? And then I'm gonna again blend it out with the sponge. I don't know. I mean, it wasn't that red to begin with, but I thought I might as well give it a try. So I'm just gonna finish the rest of my makeup and be right back. Almost forgot to show you this little ditty. So I'm gonna put mascara on and I'll show you what I do. So I'm gonna take my eyelash curler and start curling my lashes. So this is sped up. Please do not curl your lashes in a rush. That is how you end up pulling out your eyelashes. So this is them curled. Let me just put some mascara on. I typically do not like clumpy mascaras to begin with, the ones that are mega volumizing. I know this is a volumizing mascara, but I just really like it because it's really black. And I'm just gonna let it dry down a little bit and then try to curl my lashes again, and then I'll comb it. And I know I look funny, but I'm just baking a little bit, okay? All right, I think it's dry enough. So I'm gonna try to recurl my lashes because they did go down a little bit. Not significantly, but I want it more curled. See, like this is how I want it curled. And normally I wouldn't curl my lashes after putting mascara on because you get this. See where it's nice and clumpy? So what I'm gonna do is use this little comb and comb it out. I am using it as like an angle, not too like in my eye, but like at an angle. The first time I tried this, it was really cool on my eyes, and I was like, ooh, cold. So you see, it does separate them beautifully, and it just gets a little bit of mascara on here, but it's fine because it already dried out. And now my lashes will stay like this because I was able to curl them even with mascara on. I do feel like this is a great device. Alrighty, so I'm done with this little mini Morphe haul. I did grab a lot of Jeffree Star stuff. I think Morphe dropped him and now like everything of his is like discounted. So I was able to pick up the concealers for I think $16 and the sponges for $8. I think, I don't know. And then I just decided to pick up these two brushes or tools from Morphe because they were also discounted. I was able to pick this up for I think like less than $3, and it's called the Metal Eyelash Definer. And then this is just a crease blender. I know I have a lot of blending brushes, but I just thought the shape of this was so unique. And I do really like it. So for the concealers, I do have to play with them a little more. Personally, I feel like it's really good. Like, it's not the worst concealer I've ever had. Like, I've had concealers that crease on me like crazy right as soon as I put them on. I am going to update you guys in the description box below. I personally do like it. I do like the coverage. For C7, which is obviously my shade, I do really like the coverage. And for C5, it's a little too light for me. I don't think I'll ever be that pale. And then the peach color corrector, I personally can see myself using it. I don't know if I would repurchase it just because I can't really tell a difference, to be honest. My dark circles aren't that bad. But I did have one from Revlon, I'll put a picture here, that I adored putting underneath my eyes for before concealer or just in general. It used to look so good all on its own or with something else. And I loved it so much, but I stopped getting it because I'm just like, it was like a twist pen and I just ran through it all the time. And I thought maybe there would be something better out there. I've tried the Becca Under Eye brightener, but it's just too tacky in my opinion. I am thinking about repurchasing it because it did work really well, but it was just too cakey and it dries out really fast and then it gets too like tacky. I don't know. If you guys have it, you guys know what I mean. It's just eh. And yeah, I think that's about it for my little Morphe haul. I was just more interested in the concealers because I feel like I use that a lot more, and the sponges because why not get the sponges? They're pretty much, I know I didn't use the big one in this video, but it is the same as the original red one. I just used the little mini ones because I was using it for concealer. So I thought that would be convenient. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this little mini Morphe haul. And until next time, bye. Ooh, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye. They're not stable.